Yeah, Twitch went down for a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me make sure this is the right video. Okay. Right there, Bob. That's the video you want to watch if you want to know about how you can take a single input and make it dual output based on speed. But I do have an example for it. Right here. Okay. This is a comparator clock. Okay, it's just a comparator set back into itself. So every time it compares its signal against itself, it goes, oh, this signal is actually longer, and then it shuts off. And then when it has no input, it goes, oh, well, I'm not outputting anything, so I'll output. And then it goes, oh, wait, there's a signal I need to compare against, I'll compare it. Oh, wait, that signal's longer, turn off again. And it just rinse repeats that cycle really, really fast, right? So you get this non-stop clock out of it. Okay, so here's an example of that. Okay, so here we have two different signals at two different wavelengths. Okay, one is straight through, and you can see how it's a solid signal. And the other one is obviously flickering because we have ticked it out. And you can see how the hopper will still tick at 2 ticks, even though the redstone clock won't. Okay. So there's your example. Can you see me now, Bob? Okay. So here's the example. Okay, I believe Ethos in that video uses note blocks instead, and his example is a little better than that one, I think, in my opinion. And I really enjoy his example actually. Your other one was about flip-flops. Let's talk about flip-flops for a second. Okay, so here's just a flip-flop. It's two inverters tied to each other, right? So this is the old school flip-flops back before we had repeaters and comparators. And we had to do everything with, literally, we just had redstone and torches, and that was it, right? We had to do all our circuitry or redstone work with fucking torches, blocks, and I think we had pistons at the time. So when I press this button, it's going to put power into this block, which is going to turn that torch off. But this torch is electrifying this block, which is holding that torch off in cutoff. But when I do that, it's going to be released, and so it's going to put power over here. Okay? So now my light's on. Okay, and I can just flip it back and forth. And that's a flip-flop. Okay? Okay, so another version, let me go to flip-flops, is this one. And I actually love this example. This is probably my favorite example right here. Okay? Because this is exactly the same as what we were looking at. Show my PC to be told we are leaving in 45 minutes. Too lazy to turn it back on. Okay, dork. That's fine. This is the exact same thing as that. The only difference is, instead of it being flat on the ground, it's a single slice. So we're going this way instead of this way. Okay? So this torch here has got redstone on it, and so it's powering that block, and that block right there. Okay, remember what I told you? If you want to know if a block is powered, stick a torch on the side. If the block goes off, it's powered. Yo, what's up, Zalton? So there's another one, and there's another one, okay? And you can see that because that block is powered, and whenever you get a powered block, you can just tap off of it if you got a repeater. So that's another interesting example. Just whenever you have a powered block, you can tap off of it with a repeater. So we're tapping off of it with a repeater, and then we're putting it into redstone, and that's electrifying this block, which is powering that block, which is putting that torch in cutoff. Okay, and if you'll notice, that torch is directly above that torch, right? So when I press this button, or sorry, excuse me, this button, let me reset it first. Okay. When I press this button, it's going to send signal into that block, turning that torch off, turning the redstone off, which turns the repeater off, which turns that redstone off, which turns that block off, which turns that torch on, which then electrifies that block and then holds that torch in cutoff. Okay? And now you can see that torch is lit and that torch is off. So this is a flip-flop, right? It's just a little bit different. Okay, and by the way, these actually tie off each other. So you'll notice if you look at the two torches on the top, when I press a button on one of them, the other one goes off. So these two actually feed off each other, and you can see the lights in the back. Whenever I press one, light goes on. When I press the other one goes off. And they're always holding the other one off. So one torch is always holding the other one off. Because we have the input, the output of one, tied to the back end of the other one. Always. Oh, thank you, Zalton. Yeah, these can be slightly more complicated. Once you've worked them out and actually stepped through them, okay, this torch lights up this redstone, therefore that block's lit, that block. Okay, we're tapping off that block, goes to that. Okay, and then that just circles around. This is just a circle. That's all it is. It's just a circle, right? Okay, so when I press the button, that block is lit. Or sorry, that block is electrified. That shuts off. The moment that shuts off, remember, that one is holding that one in cutoff. So once that one goes off, that one can free run. He's going to hold that guy in cutoff. It's that simple. Boom. And now that guy's holding him in cutoff. Right? Easy peasy. Breezy beautiful. Okay. And this is what we call a set and reset flip-flop. Or an RS flip-flop. I actually should have done reset set because they call them RS flip-flops, not SR flip-flops, but whatever. Oh, we should go out to dinner. Zalton, I'm always down for going out to dinner. Unfortunately, I don't like giving out my address. And I'm trying to think of another example of flip-flops. I've got tons of them. You know what? Where are all... I think all my good flip-flop examples are sitting over in Redstone 301. Are they in Redstone 301? I thought they were out here. No, that's monostables. That's piston door timings. Here we go. Here's the same redstone flip-flop that we just saw. Okay. Only we have two buttons for this one, which is set and reset. So this is just the same example, but we're just showing both buttons this time. So we've got set and we've got reset. Right. This is a single slice T flip-flop. This is the kind of the common one that you see on the internet all the time. This guy here. Okay, and I'll try and slow down here. So we send a pulse through here. This goes through a trailing edge triggered, or sorry, leading edge trigger piston. Okay, so that's going to power that block, which is going to push the piston up. So only a little bit of the redstone signal, which I believe is 1 tick pulse, is going to go out here. And it's either going to force that block there either forward or back. Not both. Only one. Okay, so you see how that pulled back? It pulled that block back, allowing this torch to free run. Okay, and if I press it again, it'll push that block forward. And now it's covering up that signal. Or sorry, now it's allowing that signal to pass, which inverts that torch and turns it off. Okay, and here's just another example of this one. This one is my own personal example. The only thing you need to know is that what we're doing is T flip-flops is a 1 pulse tick that goes into a piston. Okay, that either pushes a block or pulls a block. That's it. Okay, if you can do that, you can make a T flip-flop. Okay, and the T flip-flop is just got a torch on the bottom of it. So when when the block pushes out or pulls in, the signal changes. Okay, so single push, single pull back, single push, single pull back. Okay, and that's it. So this is just a 1-tick pulse. That's it, right? And that, by the way, is an example of something that we teach in Redstone 201, which is locking repeaters. Okay, and we use locking repeaters to teach you how to send a 1-tick pulse, which, by the way, Bob, we are going to be doing Redstone 201 and 301 tomorrow. So if you're interested in doing Redstone 201 and 301, then be here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be doing those, and you can learn whatever the fuck you want, man. Do you have any more questions for me? Does anybody have any more questions for me before I wrap up Redstone Day? You know, Zoltan, it's really weird when you say things to me like that. I don't even know what gender you are, or your age, or anything about you. Yo, what's up, Pure Assassin? How you doing, buddy? Where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Comparator subtract mode, says Bob. Comparator subtract mode. Here's a comparator. Here's a comparator on subtract mode. Are you sure? No, you know what? If I'm going to do comparator subtract mode, I'm going to do comparators first. Okay, because most people who think they understand comparators don't actually understand comparators. So I'm going to do that first. Comparators output when their primary is greater than their secondary, okay? And the way that I explain this is it's like a bully who's trying to prevent you from getting to school or work or your girlfriend or whatever. Let's just say this lamp right here is your girlfriend, okay, or school. See, I put up a sign that says school. Okay, and you got two bullies, right? Bully 1, bully 2. Okay, and this guy here, the primary input, that's you. Okay, now bully 1, he is 1, 2, 3 blocks away from you. Okay, you, by the way, are 2 blocks from school. Okay, now he's behind you. He's a block behind you. He's yelling at you, "Hey man, you're a douchebag." He's trying to be a jerk. He's trying to prevent you from getting to school. But the problem is, he's just too damn weak. He's just too damn weak. Well, Zoltan, I really hate to crush your feelings, man, but I'm not into guys. But like I said, man, I don't mind you throwing a couple compliments my way. I won't hate on you for it. So here we go. So he's 3 blocks behind you. Or sorry, he's a block behind you, and he's yelling at you. Is that going to stop you from getting to school? Oh, hell no. Oh, no. We're going to school. There we go. Boom. Primary output. Good. Right? But then, you got this jerk. This jerk. Bully number 2. He's a block from school. He's a block ahead of you. Oh, and he's going to push, and he's going to shove, and he's going to get in your face, and he's going to make you stop. So when bully number 2 is up in your face, we can't get to school. See? Okay. So it compares either one of these, by the way. It doesn't matter what side they're on, or all it does is it just takes the primary input distance and the secondary input distance. If bully 1 or bully 2 is stronger than us, we don't output. But if we're stronger than bully 1 or bully 2, we output. Okay? GG. Okay. Comparative subtract mode is a little bit different. Okay? Here we got a primary signal going through a comparator. Okay? And in this mode, it will attempt to go a maximum distance of 15 blocks. Okay? What it's going to do, what subtract mode does, is it actually just subtracts the difference between these. So we got 1, 2, 3, right? What's that equal? Well, it equals 1. Right? Equals 1. So let's do this. Hold on here. Grab a lever. And let's grab some redstone. And push this back a little bit. Oh, wait. I pushed the wrong one back. I pushed the wrong one back. Here we go. There we go. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1 equals 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? So it just subtracts from your primary. Okay? It just your secondary subtracts from your primary, and whatever the difference is your output. Okay? I'll be honest, these aren't really useful in anything except for calculation circuits. That's it. They're only useful in calculation circuits. But you know what? Sometimes when you're getting busy in the Redstone, you may find yourself in need of a subtract mode comparator circuit, because they have their uses. They do indeed have their uses. Okay. What else you got for me, Bob? Bob, were you the one who was asking me about clocks the other day? I'm pretty sure you were asking me about clocks the other day. Will it work with the number of blocks in a comparator? Will it work with the number of blocks in a comparator? I believe it will. No. It'll work not with the amount of blocks. It'll work with the percentage of power that it's putting out, Bob. Yes, but it will work. Absolutely. Because that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to compare primary input. And mind you, I use levers because levers are simple. Okay? But when we actually build this in Redstone, you're not actually going to be using levers. You're going to be using almost certainly hoppers. Okay? If you want to build something like that, you're talking a block randomizer, right? No. I understand that, Bob. Will it work with a number of blocks in a hopper? Yes, it will. Okay. Because remember, hoppers themselves have kind of different cutoff points for their percentages of full. Okay. But yes, they will work with absolutely. The answer to your question is yes. Okay. Long story short. Stupid cable. There we go. Okay. And I know that somebody asked me about high-speed clocks the other day, and how do you not make them burn out? This is how you not make them burn out. You add another torch, because a lot of high-speed clocks are like 2 torches. You just add a 3rd torch. So you'll see one of these will burn out, and when one burns out, the other one will go on. It actually depends on my server tech. When one burns out, the other one will go on, and then when that one burns out, that one will go back. That one's actually burning out so fast you can't see it. Show me your best form of block memory. Block memory? What do you mean by block memory? I'm assuming you want to see my yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's one design. Here, let me just show you like a simple easy way to build a clock that doesn't burn out, okay? Let me see if I get this right. Nope, not that one. Okay, so you just take something like this, throw a torch on each side, right? And then throw redstone in the middle, and then cover these up, okay? Okay, and then you just put a block on top and a lever on it. Okay, and there's a nice never burn out clock. Okay, because whenever one torch burns out, see how that one burns out? The other two will go at it. And then when one of those burns out, that torch will start going again, and then they'll just reset each other constantly over and over again. Okay. But like I said, the best, if you want a clock and it's not a super high frequency clock, use a comparator clock instead. Although comparator clocks are actually a little bit fast. Because comparator clocks, I'm like talking display block memory. I know what you want to see. I know what you want to see. I'll show it to you. You want to see my encoder circuit. Okay. Here's my encoder circuit. And all my signs have apparently gone bad. Okay, so this is a binary 8-digit display. like to display a number. Well, here's the thing. This will display a number, but it only displays the number in binary because I haven't actually built a digital clock display for it yet. It's something I've been meaning to work on for a while, Dork, but unfortunately I haven't been finishing it because I've been playing Feed the Beast and Fortress Craft and other various things. Okay, but on this one, you can set whatever you want. Okay, so let's do a full reset on it. Okay, so let's just say I want to set that one and that one. Okay, I can then send that to memory, and you can see it over there in memory now. Okay, so it's shifted the bits over. Okay, and then if I want to reset again, let's just say I want it to be, we'll just call it 3. Okay, so you can see over here, what the hell? That's not right. Let's clear everything here. My clear didn't work. Okay, yes it did. It just took a second. Whoa, is that just like server lag or something? That's a little weird. Okay, whatever. So let's just try setting 1, I guess. Okay, is 1 set? 1 is set. So you can see how 1 is set right here. Okay, and then we can shift it. And 1 is now set. Boom. Right? So now I can unset, and I can program something else into the shift register. So now I have 3 set, and you can see how 3 is set, and by these two being lit. Right? And if I want to, I can shift it. And if I want to clear, I can clear the whole system right here. Boom. Why didn't that clear? There it goes. For some reason. Oh, because I have to clear the register first. Obviously. There we go. From I see you made a I see you in the background made of blocks. Yes. Yes, somebody made a diatribe of me. There's actually 2 of them. There's that one, and then there's another one over top of it. If I can get tall enough here to get a good view of it. I think not the best, but they'll do. That's a little funky. Their corrupt shots. Little weird. Little weird. All right, are there any more questions for the day? Oh, you know what? I remember you were asking me earlier today if this was a double piston here in the hole. Yes, it's a double piston. Real simple one, super simple. Just 1 and 4 timing. That's all. But a lot of the rest of that, Bob, like I said, piston door timing is Redstone 201. And then I think we have a more advanced section on Redstone door timing in 301. And then we have pulse extenders, comparator clocks, ethos hopper clocks, latches, and yeah. So I think we actually start out on latches. Like we spend like half the course timing in latches. Worm, build a 3x3 piston door. No, I will not. Because, to be honest, redstone-wise, not statistically speaking, but, I mean, like, as far as, like, engineering-wise is concerned, a 3x3 piston door is completely beneath me. Because it's basically just a 2x2 piston door on the right and left, and then a single piston from the top and bottom that move out. That, you know, the bottom one's got to go down too, but that's like super simple. Super simple. I tell you, the cool piston doors are the ones that are 3x3 that actually drop back and then open. Those are hard. Try timing out one of those motherfuckers. You'll be on that for a month. But just a piston door that just opens, simple. Super simple. It's the ones that go and then open. Those are tough. Those are real hard. What about a password locker? I'm actually working on a password locker. It's actually right here. I just started it. I didn't actually really get into it. Somebody asked me some questions, but it's going to work like this. It's going to be a combination lock. It may be too simple, to be honest. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a password encoder lock or what, but I think I could actually turn this into a really complicated lock. I could probably turn this into like a total like 6 to 10 digit lock, but I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do it if I do a password lock. I do have some really cute locks that I really like, which are actually done with discs and jute boxes. I really enjoy that one. So like I coded it a door for like a power level 3 disc. And so only the 3 disc will open the door, and all the rest of them are ignored. It's actually the same one that I use at my house. So the one at my house is actually like that. Oh yeah, no, I could totally do that. I mean, that would be like super simple. Somebody asked me to make something last week. I forget what it was. They wanted me to make a. This is my nuclear door, which is what they asked me to build for them, because they were going to do it in their multiplayer world. And basically, what it is it's if you get these two quick enough, it's kind of hard. If you get them both, it'll for a short period of time open a secret entrance, right? And he asked me to figure out how to do the redstone for it, so that way 2 people that were on the other side of a room would have to press the buttons at the same time in order for the doors to open. And then he wanted me to do it with 4 people, and I said, yeah, oh, yeah, sure, I can stretch that out to 4 people. That's not a problem. And that's what this is here. And where the hell is my door lock? Here's my door lock. Okay, so this is my door lock. It's really simple looking, but trust me, this is like version 457. I spent a long time on this one, so it looks like, oh, anybody can build that. No, it was hard. It was really hard. Trust me, you have no idea. Like, the early examples for this were incredibly long and complicated, until I, in my genius, figured out that I could use a locking repeater to do this. And I thought to myself, can I use it? And I think the real problem is I got to bug up my ass about using a locking repeater to do this, when I really should have just done just about anything else. So here's a high power disk. You see nothing happens. There's a medium power disk, and here's a low power disk. Hey, what do you know? And here's a power disk just below it. Okay. So only the right power disk and only the right disk will actually open the door. Worm, you're being a mad scientist again. I can't help it. I can't help it. I really do want to get back to actually completing this lock, though, because I already know like where everything's gonna go. So like you said before, you can use repeater locks for T flip-flop. Oh, Bob wants to know about the flip-flops. Okay. It's kind of like this. Okay, so this is no, it's piston latch. Okay, so this is how that works. No. I'm not going to explain this to you. I'm not going to teach you about short pulses. That's all in Redstone tomorrow. Efficiency. Thank you for that, host. Probably the worst timing ever, because I'm actually taking off, dude. Like, I haven't slept in, I don't know. It's been a while. So I'm actually like leaving here like any second, man. I need some sleep, dude. Like some serious fucking sleep. Because I am out of my mind ludicrous at this point. See, I just said ludicrous. Look at me, I'm just stumbling over my words. I'm delirious. There we go. Delirious would be the word I'm looking for. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh god
Oh
god.
jeez. Oh god.
Oh man, they took my Microsoft Dinosaur CDs and they broke it into little pieces and they cut me all over my body. They stabbed me and they poked me with pencils. They shoved the bits of the disc right in my ass. Oh, oh man. Now I crap in little pieces. Oh, holy may. Oh, holy may. What about pulse shorteners? Well, you can do pulse shorteners, but it's not gonna be a lot of fun. Sleep is overrated. Go to fucking bed. I will the moment my OBS changes. Worm, they are coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We actually haven't been streaming for very long. It's been about an hour, two, three, maybe tops today. But we do got to get some sleep, so we're doing a short day today. I do apologize. I know that you guys are used to me being around all day and just come in, make fun of me, go watch your other favorite streamer, which is better than me because he's skinnier. No, I get it. I get it. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Why don't you just go? Why don't you just go to him today? No, it's fine. However, we're gonna do the same thing we always do. Okay. Resistance is futile. Actually, it says if is greater than 1 ohm. Okay, which is kind of an inside programmer joke, which is also funny because it's also a Star Trek joke and it's also an engineering joke. So kind of all over the place. Do you go over pulse shorteners? I do not go over pulse shorteners because there is never a need to shorten a pulse. But we do have them. Okay. We do have them. And if you want me to teach you pulse shorteners, yes, absolutely. I can do that. That's not a problem. Okay. Please make sure that you follow me on both my Faceballs and my Twitter, and as well as my YouTube, especially on my YouTube. I've got a shout out for all my regulars though. Okay. Here's what I need from you guys. Okay. I need to ask you to do something for me if you don't mind. Please go to my YouTube, go through my videos, and find, if you can, story time. Okay, not one of the story times I already have linked, but another one. Okay, in one of my previous videos. Okay, and if you can do so, there will be a prize. Okay, because we want to try and get a conglomeration, a playlist of all the story times. So we want to be able to chop those out and then reuse those. Okay, so please do that. Okay, and yes, the prize is worth it, in my opinion. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to Dragoness today. Okay, so when I say hashtag WormRaid, you say hashtag WormRaid. We've done a lot of really interesting things today, and I will see you guys next time. I love you guys. Okay, please make sure that you click the link. Go there. When I do hashtag WormRaid, what do? Hashtag WormRaid. And I will see you guys then. Please make sure that you guys are safe. And let me make sure that I get Dragoness's name up here. Dragoness. I love you guys. Peace out.
Infinity Han. That's okay, Mr. Crazy. No problem, dear. Worm Raid! Awkward! Hey, Awkward Gamer. Hey, Mr. Worm. Oh my goodness, guys. Thanks so much for the raid. And, how you doing today, Mr. Worm? How was your game, my dear? That's good, Silver. Don't. If you need to relax and chill. Right now, I am.
Awkward. When did I rebuild that junction outside your house?
Yes, please. Definitely give Mr. Worm a follow.
It was like,
And be sure to watch his cast.
I
He
don't know, I would
is a wonderful
say
streamer. A
3,
wizard at
4
Redstone,
days
just
ago,
now
something like
learning
that.
the mods.
Wasn't too long.
All the butt touches. Don't mind me, I'm just digging. Oh, shoot. I need that. Alright. Good deal of diamonds.
Alright, well, Solar Mom's asking for it.
Ooh.
Have you been Hey, ASR? Mr. Worm, you still playing that Fortress Craft? I was chilling for a bit in your cast the other day watching.